Hi guys, today is April 3rd, 2020, and futures are down a little bit after monthly payroll numbers came out for the month of March, and it was not good. The monthly payrolls dropped 701,000 jobs, which is, I believe, more than expected. So futures are down a little bit, so let's jump to S&P 500, symbol SPY. And I told you that SPY is in the danger territory because 50-day moving average, as you can see, crossing the 200-day moving average. So I think we may still go lower, but it's going to all depend on the news, of course. But I would be very careful with my purchases at this point. So another news is actually oil, symbol CL. Okay, so oil is jumping this morning. And it was up almost 30% yesterday on the news that Saudis and Russia are going to patch up their relationship and they will be cutting 10 million and up to 15 million barrels of oil daily production. So that's good news for oil, and oil is jumping on this, and they will have a meeting on Monday about this. Saudis led OPEC and Russia's led 10 countries, and they will discuss what to cut and how much to cut. But that's good news for actually credit markets and financial companies, because a lot of financial companies are lending to these oil companies, and there's a lot of strain on this industry right now. In general, actually, as a matter of fact, in the financial industry as well. So, if oil comes up a little bit, because this is very low, this is good news for the market, and the market treats it well. So, this is the next thing I'm watching, at least. So, let's jump to corporate news. Tesla reported spectacular numbers, actually. In light of this outbreak, they almost delivered as many cars as it was expected. And the delivery numbers and production numbers were really right on target. And Tesla shares, as you can see, higher pre-market. And I think Tesla is a pretty good buy. I mean, I wouldn't buy it at the open. I usually let the open fade and let the shares drop a little bit after the initial wave of buyers come in. But in general, I would be interested to add on my position on Tesla. So if it closer to $500. So actually, Gene Munster came out from Loop Capital and said that Tesla is well positioned to outperform all the automakers because of the quality of their product. And the demand is still very high. The demand didn't drop at all. So we're only talking and be cautious about Tesla because of their plant closings. A couple of plants were closed, some reduced numbers at the other plants. So, but in general, Tesla is a pretty good buy, in my opinion, on a closer to $500. Okay, so on the other side of this is Luckin Coffee. I mean, Luckin Coffee dropped 75% yesterday. Oh my God! On reports that their CEO has been involved in fabricating transactions and misstating statements. So pretty much 2019, you can throw out the window. 2019 statements, it's pretty much not true. So the stock dropped a lot, but the good news to me is the company itself investigated this COO and discovered this. So that's kind of a silver lining in all this. But I wouldn't touch the stock because this is too dangerous at this point. Because when company is accused of fraud, you don't want to be there. Symbol LK. Okay, STZ. Constellation Brands. They reported pretty good numbers and beat and cited a very strong cash position from the sale of its E&J Gallo winery. And also yesterday they dropped a lot because Mexico and Constellation Brands decided to toss out their plans to build Constellation Brands winery brewery in Mexico. So that stock dropped a lot, STZ, yesterday, but maybe it's not a bad pickup, in my opinion, because wine sales and beer sales are not slowing down. As a matter of fact, they're increasing. So, and STZ is a big wine and beer distributor. Okay, so let's move on to Play, which is Dave & Buster's. Dave & Buster's reported pretty good numbers, better than expected, but suspended dividend and buyback program. Actually, I don't want to be in Dave & Buster's at this point, but in general, Dave & Buster's is an entertainment company, and they have a better chance to come back than, for example, the cruise lines, to me. So I would be watching the stock, and if it drops too much, I might be looking at the Dave & Buster's Play symbol. Okay, SMCI. Okay, Super Microcomputer. Super Microcomputer is the company that I thought could work in this environment, and they actually lowered their guidance and said that they have a strong cash position, but still lowered their guidance. They produce chips for data centers, racks for data centers, everything that could actually work in this environment. But there's a big overhang on Super Microcomputer shares because back in 2018, Bloomberg reported that Super Microcomputer motherboards are carrying spy Chinese microchips. So, and they said that Amazon discovered this, or when they were buying one of their companies. I'm not sure Amazon since denied the allegations. Super Microcomputer denied the allegations. Not sure if this is true or not. But on these news, as you can see, back in 2018, the company, the stock has dropped to $8.05. Right now, it's trading over $20. So this big overhang is still there, and I don't know if I want to buy the stock, but the puts are always carrying an implied value for the puts are always carrying a premium. So I would be interested to sell deep out of money puts. Sell, not buy. Sell deep out of money puts on SMCI. Okay, so Chewy reported, and Chewy reported net loss of 15 cents versus 17 cents, and revenue climbed, but did not issue full year guidance. I actually thought that this is the company that could actually work. This is the online retailer for pets. They sell pet products. CHWY. And I thought this could work, but didn't report the numbers that would be super impressive to me, and didn't provide the guidance. So I don't know what to think of this, of Chewy. So I will just leave it alone for now. Okay, so there's another company, a very interesting company that I'm watching as Fate Therapeutics, symbol FATE. Fate Therapeutics announced that they injected the first patient in their P1 trial. This is a cancer trial. This is not a COVID-19 trial. And they are actually getting money from Janssen, which is the research and development arm of J&J. And they're getting $50 million up front and $50 million in equity. And they can make up to $3 billion in incentives if they can produce some data. So this is a very interesting company to watch. As you can see, the stock has been going up steadily, and they're not very susceptible to this COVID-19 crisis. So very interesting stock to watch, and I would be interested to buy this if this is a little bit lower. Twitter was upgraded by Goldman to buy. And price target was raised from $35 to $39. And Goldman said that Twitter stock dropped a lot. And because of the a number of new users on the Twitter platform, Twitter will do well in the future, even though the ad revenues dropped a little bit for Twitter. So I will be interested in Twitter. And at these prices, I think Twitter is a very good value. Okay, so another company I'm watching is the Intercontinental Exchange, symbol ICE, ICE. Okay, so this company provides derivatives trading, futures trading, options trading, and they said that the volume for their on their platform, like they recorded a record volume on their platform, and this is understandable, and that's a very interesting stock to watch if it drops a lot, because this is the type of company like ICE, CME, the derivative exchanges, they thrive on this environment. Okay, so Peloton was upgraded this morning and was upgraded by Rosenblatt to buy, but I'm not a very big fan of Peloton, because at the end of the day it's still a bike. So I mean, they've seen the increased activity because people stay at home and to exercise, but still I would be careful of buying Peloton. As a matter of fact, before, not now, but before, I was shorting it and buying puts on it, and very successful. So I would leave alone Peloton. So GE had recently a sale of one of their divisions, and they get like $21 billion in proceeds from this sale, and that will shore up their balance sheet. And Larry Culp, which is a GE CEO, came on Mad Money yesterday and talked to Jim Cramer, and said that GE is in pretty good position to withstand this shutdown and withstand this sell-off. They also said that they furlonged half of their aviation unit employees. Unfortunately, they had to do it. So GE at this prices, maybe it's a good time to look at GE at these prices. It's, under $7, not a bad price to be at GE. Also, Moderna reported that they are planning to do phase 2 trials in this spring, at least. So the phase 1 trials are apparently going very strong. So the stock, over like $30, it's a little bit high to me, but still this is going up. So, I wouldn't sell Moderna. If you're holding Moderna, I would hold it. So other companies that in this space is INO, supposed to start trials in April. J&J supposed to start trial in September, and Gilead Sciences are working on their remdesivir vaccine and expecting to be approved very soon, in a couple of weeks. So I would be in the stock for this. So in general, I'm watching some tech stocks, and I'm watching maybe some tech stocks can come down so I can buy them in general, like Microsoft and Applied Materials, and AMD. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's the wrap for the day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button. I'll see you Monday.